chill computer guy. We're here in Bitwig Studio tonight. We're taking a look at a couple of things. A little night off work, and so I had some extra time, and so I'm busting out a couple of tracks here in the studio tonight. Welcome to the Deep Studio. We're gonna have a logo. We're gonna have a sign coming up. But we are tonight. We are actually in the Phrygian. Phrygian. Phrygian's a scale. Now check out your scales, learn your scales. I'm experimenting with some scales. When you combine the scales with the sound design, and then you start to mess with. I'm working on a dance track. I don't normally do a dance, so I got a 4/4 going, and I got some sidechain compression. We're in Phrygian, Phrygian. What we got is we got our 4/4 kick here. We got a Phrygian scale here. So what we've done is we've actually isolated this down to the Phrygian E. This is the channel strip here. Here are some, these are basically chains. I always put everything in a chain. So if I double click here, you'll see there's a chain, a bunch of my favorite chains right here. And what happens is I'll actually end up pulling these over. And I also have some effects, which I put down here as well, just effects that I use. That way, rather than go to the browser, I can just fuck with the browser. Because I don't like messing with the browser. Maybe when I'm doing a little sound design, but then once I'm really working on a track, I just want to pull, like act like this is a rack, you know. I want to pull these things off of here and put them in the track. You hit control, you can duplicate that. And then also you have all your scales up here. I have like 6 octaves worth of each scale here. And explore your scales. When you're doing chord progression, scales are super important. You'll find that I have some nuts. You'll find that when you start to play with the other scales, you can really find some kind of hidden, catchy chord progressions there, the hooks. All you need to look for is the hook. Now, think of it like a 4-track. Back in the day, you only had the 4 fucking tracks. If you can't find something in 4 tracks, I don't know. Me personally, I keep looking. In other words, I shut her down and start a new song. But with me having a little extra time tonight, I got a day off of work I wasn't expecting, so I'm like gun-ho. Got myself a shitload of nuts and some water here. Alright, so let's get back to what we were doing. Okay, so let's talk about what we got here. We got a, this is going to be our side chain, a bus over here. So we got our scales here, and this normally is deactivated. Like you can deactivate this, and if you hide your deactivated shit, now it's gone. So that's kind of a nice thing. So you can actually make that appear. And so I just use this. What I do is I put a couple channels. I deactivate them, use them as places to store my scales, store my equipment, and then just deactivate it. Hit this X. That way it's out of the way. It doesn't bug you. Anyway, so here's the sidechain bus. What I'm going to do is take one of these sidechain compressors over to here, put it in the pre, and now I can just, what I can do is I can go ahead and route things. What you need to do is you got your fab up there. You go to this drop down right here. One of the few compressors that has a drop down here, and then you'll get this this dialog box. So here's your normal plugin, and then you'll have this drop down. Give you this dialog, and then you can put kick pre. You want to put kick pre in there. That's super important. And then, yeah, just drop that back to your whatever, and then close that down. And now that's your going to be your side chain, basically. And so what we'll do is we'll route things to that. And then it'll kind of do a global side chain. Right now we have a kick. Now what we did is we used the kick 2 instrument, an instrument layer. Oh, there it is. All right, so I got the couple of the kick 2 plugins, these ones here. Whoops, that's the fab filter there. I got a different fab filter EQ on each one, so I'm EQing them a little bit different. Got the kick 2 right here. This is on the list of 10 plugins you need. 10 plugins you need, basically, in my opinion, is the only 10 plugins you need. Anyway, this is the Festival 4 kit right here, which I should rename that. Fest. So there you go. So you see I have 2 instances of kick, and what I've done is I've basically paralleled them together. And like I say, there's a fab filter on each one with a low cut. I have the low cut at 30 Hertz just because there's a lot of low end on these kicks. I might need to fix that. I don't know. It's a little low. Might have to take it to 50. Anyway, this is my kick here. Solo that out. There's my kick. You know, it's a little dirty. It's actually, I don't think it's full enough. I actually want to EQ this a little bit. Or saturate it. Let's saturate this shit. So we're going to go to our distortion plugins. One of my favorites is the Sausage Fattener. Always a lovely plugin. This is color has always, for me, been 0 colors low end, 100% is high end. It gives it a little high end punch. Okay, I'm really getting somewhere with, I'm getting pretty somewhere with this, you know. Sound design, it's all about sound designing. Alright, so those are 2 great plugins, which I highly recommend. Really cool stuff. So yeah, we have the Sausage Fattener now, and then we have the SRR on our kick drum here. Let's go over to our bass and see what we're working on there. We got Element. I love Element. Element is by Waves. Is it on the top 10? Is it on the 10 essentials? I don't know. It's close. It's a really good bass synth in my opinion, just because the filters are just really good on it. So let's go ahead and take it down to the bass here, and we can look at this filter here. And we get some dirty resonance there. Just unbelievable. So we're at 30 hertz on our low cut right there, okay? That's for the Element. So let's take our kick out. Where the hell are... okay, so we got a separate fab for each one of these. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the bus. Delete one of these. This should be a mono. I'm going to take this up to 50. There's a lot of mud down there, you know. 50. So your low cuts are super, super important when you're building tracks. Start off with your low cuts, super crucial. Whew. Let's bust this shit out here, see what we got. Here's this Phrygian scale I was talking about. Now, we got our side chain on here. And you can see we got a... Now to put a side chain on this fab, here's what you got to do. Is the... first off, this fab filter, the only fab filter that I found, and these are the original ones, I don't have the new ones yet, but the original Fab Pro C is the stereo. So you have to use a stereo compressor to get the sidechain signal on Bitwig Studio. I don't know why that is. But the mono version of this does not have a drop-down menu, so you have to use the stereo. So again, you route your kick pre here. I think I just went over this, but in case I didn't. So once that's routed there, when you go into here, you're gonna have to open up this this expert mode right here. Okay, so you're gonna come in the compressor, hit the expert mode, and then you got to go into external. Up here, you're gonna have in. It has to say X, EXT. That's external. then what you want to do is you want to cut that low end to about 30 because you don't want it to. You could cut it a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to cut it more for this pad. Let's go ahead and solo this pad. And this is where the custom settings are really going to kind of help you out. Because if I cut that down even more, less of that low end is affecting that side chain, you know. So now you see that we got our base side chain on the left and we got our pad side chain on the right. So you got a high end, low end side chain going on here. What you're going to do is you're going to keep the ratio and the threshold pretty much the same, but the attack and release, you're going to adjust these slightly and you'll develop a rhythm between the two instruments. It's pretty cool. There you go. Turn that into 16 bars. So now we'll get some variation going on here. Oh, that's not good. We got to change the 5th bar here. Phrygian here, which is what I started with. So what I did is I took the Phrygian and then I went from E, which is all the white keys from E to E, and then I basically pushed it to C. Hello? Hey, what's going on? Oh, you're off? Oh, that's right, I got the keys. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put the headphones away. I was jamming out some music, so I'm glad you called, dude. I would have had the headphones on. That would have been bad. No, 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 I'll unlock the door. It'll be unlocked. I'm done with this thing now, so. Alright, love you. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. I actually got the night off of work. Figured I'd come in here and jam a little bit. Well, you just grab yourself some nuts and you're good to go. I don't know. I can't tell if that sounds good or if it sounds like a sick goat or something. Anyway, I kind of ran out of time. I kind of went off the rails on this one a little bit. But I'm glad you joined me. Hopefully you learned something. Anyway, chill computer guy. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll try to see you again next week. Bye-bye now.